Hey everyone, this is Mike with Mike Reviews Everything, and I'm going to give you the quickest, most succinct, and most to the point Captain Marvel review that you are going to see yet. So I just watched this film, it's a little bit late, and I wanted to talk to you about it while it was fresh on my mind. So there are two camps right now. There's the pro-Captain Marvel camp and the anti-Captain Marvel camp. Now there's going to be some spoilers here, but in the end of the day, it's really up to you guys. As a brand new character to the MCU, a very powerful character to the MCU, I should add, Captain Marvel is very fun and very relatable. I noticed that a lot of the scenes where she's just kind of blasting through the air and fighting and even smashing through Kree spaceships and all this craziness, you really feel like you're there with her. You feel like you have that power, the plasma cannons and everything. In the early MCU movies, Captain America and especially the first Iron Man, it's kind of, he's flying around, he's shooting, and you don't really feel like the weight of his suit. You don't feel like, the energy that's coming out of him. But with Captain Marvel, they did it in such a good way that you really feel like you are in there, like you are with the energy. Now, Jude Law, Samuel L. Jackson, we have some amazing actors here. Brie Larson did a phenomenal job. Now, she wasn't as expressive with her facial expressions, and she didn't really bring Captain Marvel to life like I was expecting, but who really picked up the slack was Samuel L. Jackson in this movie. He did a phenomenal job. I loved all the screen time he got, and we see how he lost his eye, he got scratched by a cat in the eye, and it wasn't really a cat, it was actually this alien with tentacles that comes out of its mouth and eats the bad guys and eats the Tesseract at one point. It was very interesting. There is a little bit of a plot hole here because the cat did, at the after credit scenes, spit up the Tesseract, just that noise that gets everyone out of bed at 2 a.m. when their cat's thrown up. And we don't know how this gets in Thanos' hands, but we know it gets back to Thanos because Thanos gives it to Loki, and boom, Avengers 1 happens. This movie set in the mid-90s, so there's a lot of questions that need to be answered. Now, at the first after-credit scene, you see Carol Danvers, or Captain Marvel, coming up to Captain America and to Black Widow, and she's coming in and she's really about to introduce herself, but she goes, "Where's Fury?" It's the first thing that happens. She has this really fun joking relationship, and Fury is really fun in this movie. He doesn't seem like the BA that we know. He's kind of a weak, kind of a fun character. He's playing with the cat, playing with the kids, and the overall thing of the movie is, she's human, but then she blows up this engine, she absorbs the energy, and that's how she gets to shoot plasma cannons and be super crazy powerful. She essentially is an engine, a pure energy engine at that point. So not a lot of that is explained. I would have loved to hear something like, well, it absorbed into her cells, but it really doesn't say anything. She can let off a lot of energy, but it doesn't really say how she gains the energy, like, at all. It doesn't say that she absorbs it. Now, we all know that she absorbs energy from Thanos and kicks his butt. At least that's the idea. But we'll see what happens. And then she gets a blood transfusion, and Jude Law's character actually does the blood transfusion with his blood. Very similar to how Coulson does it. And speaking of Coulson, loved him in this movie. There's a lot of great stuff in this movie, and it really plays around with origin stories with S.H.I.E.L.D., and also the Avenger Initiative is because of because of Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, so many names. Not to be confused with Kara Danvers, but if you really take Supergirl and add her with the Dark Phoenix, that is exactly what you have, except for hopefully she doesn't go rogue and insane, but she's extremely powerful. No doubt she can take Thanos. As far as just regular hand-to-hand combat, she actually knows some stuff. As far as her superpowers, she really knows some stuff. She finds out towards the end of the movie she can breathe space and she can fly, and I love that it is a real origin story where she is finding her own strength, and her strength is truly within, and then she gets that device off her neck that has been inhibiting her strength, kind of like Dark Phoenix, and she really kicks butt towards the end of the film. Lots of fun, lots of craziness. You find out the bad guys are the good guys and the good guys are the bad guys, and of course that's how some of this goes. I was expecting these plot twists from the very beginning because it's the Kree and Ronan. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy the movie. It is awesome. Grab some posters from the movie and make your own decisions. I'm excited to see what happens next. Catch you later.